Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Wild West Town. So this episode we're going to be working on the bank. So I've got like a few blocks here that I might be using. Definitely going to be using these two, not too sure about the yellow clay. And this is our rough outline. So I'm not actually going to be sticking to this square, rigid pattern. That was just sort of, it's going to go in that area. Now what I think I want to do first of all is push it back one block. Let's see. These are kind of in line roughly, so if we put it to about there, now let's put it to here, so we're only going to push it back one block. So once we've got a basic layout, then I'm going to start building it up and then we'll come back and edit it. So there's going to be a lot of flicking between on-camera work and off-camera work in this episode, but I've got an idea, I think, of what I want this to look like. It's going to be kind of like this, but a little bit bigger and a little bit grander. So we've got this, let's see. I kind of want this space here to be like a field. Not a field, well, you know what I mean. A field where like things get stored. I don't know, maybe a park or something, I don't know. So we'll just sort of lay this out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know what, in fact, do 5. Like I said, it is going to be a lot grander, so we'll do a grab 5. And then that doesn't work. Let's do 3 again then. 3, and let's do 3 on that side, and then we've got big double doors in the middle. Could work. What about if we did 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, and then the double doors would go here and here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so there is one side done. Let's sort of work on this next bit then. We're going to just come out. In fact, I'm going to do a lot of this off camera now. I'm going to go and just copy the shape around, build it up to a decent height, and then we'll come back and we'll start editing it and making it look, well, making it look a little bit more like a proper building as opposed to just a bunch of bricks on the floor. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we've built it up. As you can see, it's just a shell of a building at the moment. It's just square, and you can see we've also got the exact same on all sides. Now I wanted to do this bit sort of on camera. All the time I see people when they're first starting out with building and not too sure, and they have the windows and they've got it all set out in a certain way, and they have everything the same on all sides of the building. Sometimes they just have all windows all everywhere, and you need to work out where you want your windows to go. You can't have windows everywhere, it doesn't look right. So for example, I need to decide now where I want the door to this bank to be. Do I want it to be on the left hand side or the right hand side? I think I want it to be on this side. So because I want it to be on this side, I'm going to clog up that doorway. What else is there? So now we've had it on that side, we can clog up all these doorways actually. Like that. We want to keep at least these windows here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have an alleyway here or if I'm actually going to join another building onto this. I think I might end up joining another building onto this. So we will cover up all of these windows because they're going to be part of another building that's going to be next to it. The top ones we might put back in once we've built that other building because obviously we have no idea what it's going to be yet. These top windows are fine. These back windows, I think we're going to end up putting some in, but for the time being we're not going to have them, and we can keep those back windows at the top. So as you can see now, it's got a little bit more interest to it, I would say. We've got one door, we've got all these windows on the front, so you can tell already where things are going to go. So that at least helps us out a little bit. Now we're going to work on doing some detail work. So for this block, it's just really awesome for this kind of stuff. So we're going to do all of this. I might actually change this to all of the orange stained clay. And we will have sandstone pillars. So I'll just do that now, change all this bottom layer to orange stained clay, and then we'll cut back. Okay, so looking at it now, it kind of doesn't fit. So we're going to have to start putting in pillars every now and then. So we can put one there. That's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put another one in here. And now we've got these shapes, I suppose. Another thing I thought about now is maybe I want to add a little walkway like we've got here, but I don't know. It's a bit, you know, I'd have to raise it up another block and then I think we will on the front, which means we will have to raise the whole thing up anyway, so let's do that. But the sides are not going to have that little walkway, so move one up. There we go. And we'll just have a sandstone border all along the bottom instead of the orange clay. I think that should look okay. So just put this in quick. He says quick and then he's misclicking everywhere. In we go, like that, like that. There we go. And there we go. So now it's looking a little bit more interesting. We still have this here, which I'm not too sure if I like or not. And then for the top up here, we want a different block. Now, I did see on a picture one that was wood. But I think I'm going to try the yellow clay first, just to see how that looks. And then I think on the front, we'll try the wood and see how that contrasts. I think the wood is probably going to stand out best. But it's good to try these things and see how it looks and what... We can actually have a double window there, can't we? Why have I not done that? That was silly of me. So there we go, we've got those, and then we can have this as well. I know why I didn't do that. It's because I didn't have those pillars in place at first. So there we go, we've got that shape going on now. It's very flat at the moment, don't worry, I am aware of that. Let's try the wood over here as well. We'll go for jungle, I think. Up here. Yeah, already I'm liking the wood a lot more because I can see a few more different things that I can do with the building. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video here. I'm going to do some work on this front bit. And then I'll cut back and show you guys what I've come up with. Okay, so I've been quite busy doing stuff. I've only worked on the front yet, so the sides and the back are still empty. I'm going to be doing the interior, I think, in a later episode. This is going to be the end of this episode, but I thought I'd just bring you guys back, show you what I've come up with. I'm not too sure if I like it or not. I've tried different colours on top. I still think the jungle would probably work best now I'm looking at it again. I've changed the windows down here to like smaller ones, and I've just realised that them biomes are affected by this, so we might have to have different shutters on the top, or at least move the shutters in a different place to avoid this. These will be a different biome as well for like wood, but I don't know. It just seems like there's something missing, so I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to have a play around. I'm going to work on the side and the backs. I'm also thinking of adding an extra bit, possibly at the back here, because we've got the room at the back. So I'm thinking of adding like an extra room where there's going to be like the vault or whatever. So that's probably going to be at the back there. But yeah, I'm not too sure now about this. I wonder if I change that to yellow clay. In fact, let's just do that and then do that. Also do this. So we're going to go that and then replace 515 with 1594. See, that I like better. I think that might have been what was missing. So I like that a lot better. That looks nicer. That's probably what we're going to go with, or at least something very similar to that. I wonder whether we can actually get rid of these as well. Let's try that. So we'll get rid of the logs as well. So we want to replace, is it 17 for log? Yeah. Again, that looks better already. So there we go, we've got that going on. We're going to be messing around with these shutters, maybe using those kind of ones. I want to try these ones instead, see what they look like. But I'm liking this already, just by changing that top bit. It's made it instantly better for me. Down here, because this isn't central, it's annoying. So this might have to change, or I might just change where the pillars are situated, I suppose. Maybe we'll have like a pillar here, and we'll have a pillar there. And then we'd have to have increments of 2, so increments of 2 works. Then it's also not quite centered, but I think increments of 2 is better. Like I said, I was going to end the episode, and now I'm doing loads of extra stuff. Nope. Nope. There we go. Just misclicking there, kept on getting a hopper. Let's just do a couple of biome changes as well, just before we finish up. So I think there's a hopper with a spruce, and there is. So we want to go with that spruce one. And we want this to be that texture. So we'll change those two as well. Yeah, this is looking a little better. And ooh, that's interesting. Can we? Right, let's just see if we can fix this then. So I want to do that. I want to see if we can get that texture with a different pillar. Well, that one, but we'll keep cycling. We'll see. Got the Nordic one. I think there might only be those two, unfortunately. And if there is, we'll have to go for the opposite texture. We've got that hell one, that's not going to fit. That one. We'll go for the orangey one, I think, because it's not too out of place. How's that look? I think that looks alright. I don't know what I'm doing that for. I just need to change the biomes. There we go. Change that biome there, and that one, and no, like that. Thank you. Over there as well. Change you. There we go. Everything's fine down here now. Change these biomes to these. And I will be changing the shutters a little bit as well. And do we want to change the windows? Because you can change the colour of the windows now. And I think going for this darker one is going to really look nice. Yeah, I like that. And also, these are going to be just the normal colour like that. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. I might change this to a lighter colour actually. It needs to stand out. Does the yellow, is that a bit too much yellow in one build? Wrong biome. There we go. I think just the normal. Oh dear. We've changed the biomes too much now. This one. I think this one is probably just going to fit best because, yeah. It makes the top of the build lighter by having that colour up there, so it doesn't seem as overpowering to the bottom of the building, if that makes any sense at all. In my head I know what I mean, but I don't know how to sort of word it. But anyway, this video's gone on for quite long enough, so I'm going to end it here. When we come back for the next episode, hopefully the majority of the outside of this will be done. We'll work on the interior, and then we may do a couple of interiors on these builds, and then we'll work on the main street, because if you look at it from here, we have a street. We have a street. All we have to do now is detail it, and once we detail it, we'll get some really great ideas of how the whole plot is going to look. And I want to try and speed up the progress on this plot, so I'm going to be doing a lot of extra work off camera. Same as with my other series, I'm still doing the Wildling episodes, but I am in the middle of doing all the terrain. I want to do all the terrain first, because it gets to a point where I'm just saying the same things over and over and it's getting a bit boring. So I think once I've built all the terrain and painted all the terrain, that's when we'll come back to that series. But that is still on the cards. Lake Town, no. Hobbit, no. I've explained my reasons for those in other videos, and I think there was another one, the Inca series. There wasn't really much left to do on that, so I might just, after a while, I'll just go back to that and we'll finish off the temple as a little mini series rather than part of the Inca series, and then we can wrap that up nicely as well. But that's it for the video. If you're enjoying the series, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.